Can you just update us on Nate, how he did today?
Practice today. So we'll see how it responds, but he was out there practicing.
Do you feel more positive today?
Oh, yeah, he's much better than he was yesterday.
Would you give him a percentage on his speed, 90%?
No, he practiced today.
How did he say he felt afterwards?
Said he felt pretty good. And I think anytime that you have an injury to the ankle, then, it's just going to progress. And it's been progressing, and we'll have to make that decision on Thursday after practice.
Were there things today that he couldn't do?
I'm not going to answer any more questions on Nate. Nate practiced today. If you want to ask me questions about the University of Illinois football team, I'd be happy to, but Nate practiced today.
Coach, what's the toughest part about going on the road? They were 5-2 at home last year, 1-5 on the road. What is it about Arizona State makes them so much better at home?
Not so sure about what makes them better. I think anytime you go on the road, Lauren, I think it's it's tough because that's where, as I first learned as a graduate assistant, as a grad assistant from Coach Dyes, you win championships on the road. If you can learn to focus and take your football team on the road and win. And we were lucky enough at the University of Toledo to do that. And now, we're trying to instill the same philosophies that we did when we were at UT.
Coach, no matter who the quarterback is, what are you looking for? What kind of improvement were you looking for?
Just more consistency
on offense.
On offense. We've got to run the ball better. We've got to get the ball to the playmakers more. Jonathan Davis had a good game for us, but we've got to be able to get Malines the football more. We've got to get Ferguson the ball out more, and Young the ball more, and just all of our guys that are capable of making plays. Langford, we've got to be able to get them the football and give them opportunities to be successful.
How would you rate your performance of the line, offensive line in the
The
first
same
week?
as I did with the rest of the offense. I mean, I really think that we controlled the ball well, and then when Nate went down, we hit kind of a slump. There's no question about it. So we've got to improve on that. We've got to know that regardless of whoever's taking the snaps, that we've got to be able to respond.
How do you get the playmakers the ball? Is that on the quarterbacks, or is that on play calling, or what is it?
All of us. I mean, I think it's on all the from the coaches to the players to setting things up so that the guys can get the football.
Can you talk a little bit about how Riley O'Toole's practiced this week?
I thought Riley and Miles, are probably neck and neck right now to determine on who's going to be the starting quarterback for us on Thursday. And we'll see how Nathan progresses. Of course, Nathan hasn't had the number of reps, but Riley and Miles are pretty. They both had reps with the ones. We'll make the decision on Thursday after practice.
Battle on the offensive line too for some playing time. How's that going?
I think it's going good. Simon's back, so we'll be able to use Simon a little bit more, and we've moved a couple guys around a little bit, so we'll make that determination. That's why you practice. That's why you play the game of football. You evaluate, you critique what you've been doing, you make that evaluation, and then on Thursday you announce who's going to be playing for you.
And with Shupo and Steve Hall, they've been getting some rotation, some reps in practice as well.
Steve Hall has gotten a lot more reps than Shupo has.
Do you think Justin Staples returning will impact the game?
We're glad Justin's back. Justin's had a great, camp and 8 months of football. He had that mistake, and he's gonna learn from that mistake, and that's why he was suspended for that first game. So, we're happy he's back.
We knew some of the big names on defense, but to see guys like Ernest and Ashante step up big, what does that mean for your defense going forward?
Well, I think it's huge. I mean, those young men have bought into what we're trying to do and really stepped up their game. And, in the game of football, it's hard to make it through the whole 12 to 14 football games. So an Ernest Thomas coming in and Ashanti, the way that he played for his first, really big start. I mean, it was I was proud of the way they responded to coaching and proud of the way they responded to, evaluating themselves, evaluating their opponent, and preparing for the game.
How much is this defense looking forward to the challenge of Arizona State, especially after how well they performed against Western Michigan?
Well, I think as a football team, we're excited about this challenge, not just offensively and defense. Arizona State is a good football team, very good team, in my opinion. After watching them on film and seeing what they can do and the athletes that they have on offense and defense, they're a good football team. So we're going to have our A game ready, and we're going to have to go to their place and play the way that we're capable of playing.